Hello and welcome to another edition of Youth Worker Training. Today we're going to look at disciplining your disciples. This is something that not everybody enjoys doing in youth ministry, and it's not your favorite thing to do, but it's good for each leader to set healthy boundaries and rules for their group. So here are some tips in disciplining your disciple. All right, so first off, discovering your leadership style. There's controlling, absent, authoritative, and reluctant. So a controlling leader is low affection, high discipline. That means this is somebody who loves the rules and loves enforcing those rules without much relationship and care for the student firsthand. And then there's a reluctant leader that's on the other side of that coin, and that's somebody who's high affection, but yet low on discipline, does not have many rules, lets kids kind of walk all over them in the ministry, in the church, but loves kids. And there's the absent leader, which is low affection, low discipline. They're just not around. And then finally, the authoritative leader, and obviously this is the one that we want to um, be shaped into. We want to have high affection and high discipline. We believe that rules without relationship lead to rebellion, and so we want high relationship and high rules together, hand in hand. So what's interesting is that studies have shown that the most effective leaders are authoritative. All right, that should be no secret. The second most effective, this is the surprising one, is that the absent leader. And the absent leader actually beat out controlling and reluctant. So you're better off being absent. We don't want you as a youth leader if you're controlling or reluctant. And this is a little typo, but the worst are controlling or reluctant, is what that's supposed to say. Yeah, we do not want controlling and reluctant leaders. We want authoritative or absent. All right, so if you're going to pursue being an authoritative leader, high affection, high love, high rules, you need to ask these three questions. Is it really a problem? Know the difference between what hinders the group and what gets on your nerves. Sometimes teenagers, they just do annoying things. Are they annoying you? Then that's not really a problem, all right? And so we want to be patient with those things that are just annoying, but we want to address things that are a hindrance to the group and to others in breaking those rules. Number two, ask the question, why is the person acting this way? Because most likely there's something going on. The problem isn't always the problem. And so ask the question, is there an underlying unmet need that this kid has? Maybe there's something going on at home. Are my expectations clear? Maybe I haven't been clear on what I expect of the students. Make sure you ask yourself that. It's kind of looking in the mirror. And then, do I enable this behavior? Am I kind of saying one thing and doing another? Am I showing that I'm unruly in some ways and expecting something students I'm not expecting of myself? So think about that. Ask those questions. And then number three, how can I help the kid lose the behavior without losing face? We are not here to embarrass kids, to shame them. And so it's really important that we avoid using sarcasm. Sarcasm is only used for close, intimate relationships where it's endearing. So really caution the sarcasm. But we just want to make sure that we're not powering up on students and shaming and embarrassing them. We want to help them lose face. All right. Favorite methods here. Number one is silence. So try just the silent thing. Wait for students to quiet each other down. You don't have to come in yelling and quiet and shutting things down. You know, just ask for people to be quiet and kind of wait for them to do it themselves. And then number two is three warnings. We want to give three warnings to students. The step one is simple. I need you guys to be quiet. Kind of that general request. And then if that doesn't work, that means one person's probably instigating more than others. So step two is be specific. Susie, I need you to be quiet. We're picking on Susie tonight. And number three is a little more serious. And you say, I want everyone to know that the next person to disrupt this group will leave. All right? and that gets more specific. And if you do get to um, 3 here in removal, you need to make sure that you follow through. All right, so if you remove somebody from your life group or small group or session, if you're teaching, um, you need to make sure you follow up with that student personally and do a private meeting. And if you get to that part, I need to know about it. So make sure you let me know, and the parents and the student know. So those 3 people need to be aware of what happened. And then we'll do a private meeting. If it's something that, hey, you can take care of just with that student, um, that'll be great. If this is kind of a reoccurring occasion, this will be something that we'll need to take to the parents for help. So after someone has been removed, meet to reinforce your love and your expectations. Again, we want students to know that we love them and care for them. And if they're honest and they give us feedback that they don't think that we really love them, that's a problem. We care more that they know that we love them more than that we enforce rules. All right, the difference between a punisher and a discipliner. Kind of look through your own lens here in the mirror. A punisher is one who loves rules, focuses on misbehavior, feels frustration and hostility, emphasizes pain and punishment, produces resentful students as the result of this. And so, man, if you're one of those people, I know I've had people hanging out with teenagers this way and had to approach them and correct this behavior where it was uncertain whether they loved rules more than students, and they focused on the misbehavior first and foremost. So a discipliner is what we were looking for, is one who loves students, who focuses on future good behavior, who feels concern and empathy, who emphasizes correction and training, and produces secure, self-controlled students. That is what we want as we discipline students. So just in a little bit of review, again, try to figure out what your leadership style is. We want authoritative leaders. Asking 3 questions. Is it really a problem? Why is this person acting this way? And how can I help the kid lose behavior without losing face? And then last, the silence, the 3 warnings, the removal, and then the private meeting and follow-up. And then the difference between the punisher and the discipliner. And that should conclude our training on disciplining your disciple. So thanks for tuning in for this session on disciplining your disciple and taking the time to be a better leader and sharpening your sword. Thanks again for investing in the lives of students. Peace.